Hello and a pleasant day to all. We are from Group 1B of BSN 3D. I am Denise BANDOJO along with my fellow researchers TONI BANTANG, BEATRICE BAYLEN, LAIIAN BENDOL, and MAXINE. Today, we will be presenting our research study titled Factors Influencing Migration and Tension Among Bedside Nurses. The global demand for nurses has surged, offering career prospects, specialization, and mobility, creating opportunities for nurses to work abroad. Beltran noted that 316,000 Filipino nurses, or 51% of qualified nurses, have moved abroad. In 2023, the Philippines had a shortage of 127,000 nurses, projected to reach 250,000 by 2030. Despite 124,000 registered nurses available, many avoid practicing due to low pay, job insecurity, and heavy workloads. Hence, the main purpose of this study is to identify the factors influencing migration and tensions among bedside nurses in order to guide hospital administrators, nursing leaders, and policymakers on how economic, professional, and personal factors shape the decision of experienced nurses to work abroad.
For the research design, the researchers utilized a descriptive quantitative correlational using a survey instrument. The participants was identified using a random sampling from a total population of 332. Only 178 was taken using Cochrane's formula. For the instrument, a standardized questionnaire was used with two parts. First, the demographic profile, and second is the questionnaire proper.
For the demographic profile of bedside nurses, age. Most nurses were aged 20 to 30, a group in their young adulthood marked by personal and professional growth with strong migration intentions. For sex, the nursing workforce was predominantly female, reflecting global and national trends and gender representation in nursing. For marital status, a majority were single, making them more likely to consider migration due to fewer familial responsibilities. For educational attainment, most held a BSN degree, equipping them with qualifications aligned with international nursing standards. For parental status, most participants did not have children, providing them more flexibility to migrate for career opportunities.
The study shows a high overall migration intention among bedside nurses with a mean of 2.68. For professional factors, the intention is high with a mean of 2.89, indicating a strong desire for career development. Economic factors also reflect high intention with a mean of 2.83, highlighting financial motivations. Personal factors scored a mean of 2.56, suggesting nurses seek self-growth and improved lifestyle. And lastly, psychological factors, while slightly lower, still indicate high intention with a mean of 2.46, pointing to the importance of job dignity and well-being.
Now, for the level of migration intention among bedside nurses. When analyzed by age, all groups showed high migration intention, with the highest among nurses aged 40 to 50 years old. Male nurses had slightly higher intent than females, though both remained high. Marital and parental status showed no significant impact as both groups reported similar high intentions. Nurses with a master's degree had the highest intent among education levels, while those with a general nursing and midwifery background showed moderate intent. Rural nurses reported slightly higher intention than urban ones. Migration intent was high across all experience levels, with the highest among those with over 10 years. Income-wise, the highest intent came from nurses earning 219,140 pesos and above, and those earning 10,957 to 21,194 pesos. Family structure had minimal effect, though extended family members showed slightly higher intent than others.
Table number 5 shows that there were no significant relationship between the level of migrations and tension among bedside nurses and profile variables.
Difference in the level of migration and tension among bedside nurses when grouped according to profile variables. The table showed that none of the demographic profile had any statistical significance effect on bedside nurses' migration intention. Thus, migration intention is not influenced by these factors.
This study concluded that there's high migration intentions among bedside nurses in the Philippines, driven mainly by professional, economic, personal, and psychological factors. Although certain demographic groups showed stronger tendencies, no significant link was found between demographics and migration factors.
The finding indicates that systematic issues such as low compensation, poor working condition, limited career growth, and job dissatisfaction are the primary drivers of migration, cutting across all demographic profiles. This highlights the urgent need for systematic intervention to retain skilled nurses within the country.
For the area of residence, A large portion lived in urban areas where access to migration-related resources may influence migration decisions. For work experience, half had 1 to 5 years of experience, reflecting a young workforce more inclined toward migration for growth. For family income, many belong to the lower middle class with financial pressures motivating the pursuit of better-paying jobs abroad. For family structure, most came from nuclear families, potentially facing fewer familial obligations that could hinder migration.
Academic institutions should revise nursing curricula and enhance support systems to improve retention and licensure outcomes, addressing factors influencing migration intentions. Student nurses are encouraged to reflect early on career choices, considering how financial incentives and working conditions impact their decision to migrate. Future researchers should employ qualitative methodologies to gain deeper insights into the experiences and motivations behind nurses' migration intentions, thereby enriching the profession's knowledge base.